CCTV. 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 Television by all of us. CCTV. Television by all of us. CCTV. Television by all of us. CCTV. Television by all of us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. My name is Tristan Calvo-Studdy. I'm the Programming and Archive Manager here at Cambridge Community Television. Thank you, Richard. And I'm so excited to present CCTV Rewind tonight. This has been a project almost 2 years in the making. When I first started here at CCTV, I was an intern, and my first task was going through all of the VHS tapes in our closet, and it's been such a joy to be able to go through countless hours and hours of content to be able to bring you some of the gems that we have here tonight. We got a little bit of everything. We've got some animations, we've got some panel discussions, some orientation videos, some music videos, a little bit of everything. Guaranteed that tonight there's going to be at least one segment that resonates with each and every one of you. Get ready, it's going to be a really fun night. Things that we're going to start with are, I wanted to be able to set the scene. A lot of these are from the mid to late 90s, so it felt fitting to start with an orientation video where it's a studio tour of CCTV circa 1998. That way you can really kind of put yourself in the position, see what kind of tech the different members were using back in the day, and be able to kind of imagine what it was like to be a Cambridge resident at CCTV in 1998. I'm really looking forward to this next one, personal favorite of mine, so without further ado, please enjoy the CCTV tour coming to you from 1998.
Now we're going to take you into the Be Live room. Every half hour is a different person coming into the Be Live room, talking about their own subject and taking live phone calls. Let's go in and we can show you exactly what happens in here.
The CCTV member, or Be-Liver as we call it, will come in this room and take live phone calls while they talk about whatever they want. Now, because it's a live show, a lot of the calls are uncensored, so you have a lot of pranksters calling or people calling, complaining about the show or kind of taking their aggressions out when they call, so sometimes Be-Livers will just hang up on them or have fun with it.
Behind the Be Live desk, we have a couple of tape decks and a few options for the Be Livers to manipulate. This tape deck is for them to record their own show. This tape deck is if they have any intro or outro to a show or any tapes that they want to play during their show, they do that from this one. And this little switcher is what controls what is going on air. There's actually one here for a computer. There's a woman who comes in and she hooks up her computer and surfs the net on TV, online. She's online. And also we have the phone number for Be Live. And that's about it for this side. And that's it. Let's take you over and show you the camera and the monitor. Okay, this is the monitor where the Be-Livers have the option of watching themselves or not. This camera here is the video document viewer, and people will usually put pictures up here or will have documents up here. So that's what this camera is used for. And we can go into the cablecast room and show you what the cablecasters do while the Be-Livers are doing their show. Okay, now we're standing in what we call the cablecast room, which is kind of the control center for CCTV. All CCTV shows are played from this room, including the Be-Lives. 98% of the shows are played from this tilt rack. It's loaded once a week. There are about 100 tapes stored in here. And it's programmed from this computer. They load the tapes in and program the scheduled times and the channels that they're going to be on. And usually there's not a problem. Once in a while, it goes berserk and we have to play something manually, but that doesn't happen very often. This is what people at home are watching, so cablecasters will usually watch the shows that are being played just to make sure that everything looks okay. And if it doesn't, then they switch the tapes. And that's about it for the cablecast room. We'll go into the edit rooms in just a moment.
Welcome to CCTV's Avid non-linear edit room. This is really cool. It's editing on the computer, and basically what it does is the Avid does for video what like Microsoft Word did for word processing to the typewriter. What you can do is just amazing. All different kinds of mixing, fading. You can do special effects. You can speed your video up, or if you want to do slow-mo, you can do some nice slow-mo. You can do just about anything you damn well please, and it's so damn cool. And I hope we get more of these in. So let's check out the studio. And here we are in CCTV's production studio. In here we have shot everything from bands to talk shows to plays to discussions to you name it, we can do it here. Over here, these are our black velvet curtains, which provide a nice non-reflective backdrop. This is our chroma wall. It's been freshly painted. We have different lights around here. Over in the corner there, we have our studio Sony 3-chip cameras that provide us with our nice clean pictures. We have a nice monitor here, which people in the studio can watch when they're being taped. Up above us, we have our lights. We have different kinds of scoops, spotlights. We have 2K, 1K, so that's CCTV.
This just kind of paints a picture, shows you our origins, but I want to transition now to our first member-produced video that we're going to be showing. Back in the day, CCTV had a series called the Certified series, which once a month, members would submit videos in order to become certified to check out equipment and use resources here at CCTV, and it would be aired on the channels. So these are locals that had a story that they felt very passionate about making, and this was the first ever production that they made and first ever thing they ever had on television. A lot of the material that I got to watch is from the Certified Tape series, and it's truly just a treasure trove of just a whole bunch of different material. And the first one, I think it's best if I just let you enjoy it the way I did and just go in blind. So I won't say more. So please enjoy this next video.
Kansas City, here I come. That's right. I'm going to Kansas City. That's right. Kansas City, here I come. Got some hungry little ones now. Sing one, get one.
Look at that. They were domesticated about 500 years before the cat. And by now, they're so domesticated that they can't live on their own. There are no wild ferrets. The black-footed ferret is actually not very closely related weasel. They're descended from the European polecat. And let's show him his favorite toy. Let's see. Leon is extremely intelligent. He knows everything that's going on. Herbie is average ferret intelligent. But Leon already trained me to give him treats when he stands up. And they love to steal. See, their Latin name means little thief. They love to.
Latin means little thief.
Yes, depending on whether they're most closely related to the European polecat, depending on whether they're descended from it or it's the closest ancestor. It's Mustela putorius or Mustela putorius furo.
Ooh, it's like the Lawrence Welk show.
See, Herbie is just mystified. Leon tried to find the source of the bubbles. He saw me with his bowl and immediately went and stood up and put his hands on it. Oh no, what's going on?
Only focus on your accordion, right?
Oh, the accordion is broken because I couldn't find tape in time. Happy. Look at Lee. So if they go into the couch or something, you can always get them out with this trick.
Rescue them from
Yes, if you're thinking of a ferret, the shelter will find one that matches your personality, and they will help make sure that the transition is good if you're having, and they'll answer all your questions. So please consider a ferret shelter. You got this, see? You put the ferret on here, then you trim his little toes.
AJ, can you face the camera a little better?
Me? I shouldn't be on the camera. I shouldn't.
Your arm is in the way, yeah. Your body is in the way. No, it's still in the way. No. Because her ankle is bad.
Why don't you put your legs towards the bathroom?
Yeah, that would be much better.
So I got this shirt at the last Ferret Frolic with the Massachusetts Ferret Friends. It's UMaF, University of Massive Ferrets. And you see this little motto? It says, Surripio ergo sum, I steal, therefore I am. And see, one ferret on the right is stealing the motto, and the ferret on the left has knocked over the goblet, which is spilling onto the books, which is very appropriate, and any ferret owner will recognize that. We got this cage at the Pet Expo. It's important that ferrets have a roomy enough cage, and even more important that any exposed wire is covered. They have sensitive feet. Purpose, but see how it has rooms for hammock. I had hammocks. I had my first ferret 20 years ago, and there weren't all these wonderful accessories, all these tubes and hammocks made especially for the ferrets. And I have just thrown all the carpeting and hammocks in the washing machine and taken them out, so it's easy to clean. And he's checking everything out. He likes to hide his squeaky toys in the little tubes and recesses of the cage.
So you see what I mean? I saw that completely blind, and yeah, it's very charming. The part that really sticks with me is differentiating the ferrets, with one being above ferret intelligence and one just being average ferret intelligence. It's pretty passive aggressive. I feel bad for the average intelligence ferret there. Yeah, very charming. So our next video is going to be another video from our certified tape series. This is another first time producer submitting into CCTV. This producer kind of stepped it up a little bit. You know, clearly this person, they felt compelled to show off some special effects skills with this next video. There's some in-camera edits, some practical effects. So please enjoy this short segment. This is The Tempest. Please enjoy.
It was a beautiful day in Fairyland. But a storm was on the horizon. Someone had to tell the fairy. Wake up, fairy. A storm is coming. It's getting closer and bigger by the minute. There's no time to waste. There's red snow outside. I don't think your house will stand. It's nearly overhead. called her magic bag. She packed her magic goblet. She packed her magic candle. And she packed her magic cloak. Time to get in the bag, Fairy. No time to waste. Cast that spell quickly. The storm's almost upon you. But it was too late. The storm had come, and the fairy's bag went flying up into the sky. Where would she land? What would happen to her? Coming up next on Action News, a fairy was arrested today breaking into a convenience store. Santa had no comment. Film at 11.
Honestly, pretty impressive effects. At least that tornado in the beginning, I don't know how they did that. I don't know if that's like a fish tank and they filled it with sand and swirled it around. Well, I'm going to transition now. Another thing that you can do here at Cambridge Community Television is produce your own television show. So what we call it historically was the Be Live set, having your own Be Live show. And the thinking is you're a community member, you'd sign up for a 30-minute slot either once a week or every other week, and you'd be able to do your own show. And the whole idea was that it could be about whatever you want, and you can speak freely. It's a censorship-free platform. And someone who had a very long-running show was our old executive director, someone by the name of Susan Fleischmann. Susan Fleischmann had a weekly show that she used to do Sunday nights from CCTV to field calls, call-in numbers from the community to be able to answer questions about what CCTV is, how people can get involved. So this here is going to be a compilation of various recordings from Susan's live show. This spans from 1997 all the way up to 2006, almost 10 years of different live shows stitched together. So without further ado, please enjoy the Susan Fleischmann live show compilation video.
Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to Be Live. My name is Susan Fleischmann. I'm the Executive Director of Cambridge Community Television. My name is Susan Fleischmann. I'm the Director of Cambridge Community Television. I'm Susan Fleischmann. I'm the Director of Cambridge Community Television. And we have this time every Sunday night at 8:30 to talk about things that are happening at CCTV and to talk about the First Amendment and public access television and telecommunications policy and freedom of speech and free expression, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, community media. And a little of this and a little of that.
And a little of this and a little of that. And I see my fans are already calling me up.
Hi, you're on Be Live.
Hi, why is the show called Be Live?
Well, it's just the name of the show is Be Live on 55. One of our staff members came up with it. Be Live is a series of shows that we have on Cambridge Community Television on Channel 55 where people get to sit here and talk about anything they want. You don't have to know anything. You just come in here and sit down and we put you on. So anybody can use this. And it's programming for the community, about the community, by the community. Why do we do this, okay? Yeah, it's great fun for people to come and learn how to make TV shows. That's really cool. Also, your computer central home, place where you can come and learn how to use computers. Anyone can come here. And don't tell me you're too old to do that, okay? Because we just trained a group of 16 seniors in the studio here. What we're trying to do is build a community here, and we're trying to use these channels to help make that possible, okay? Sometimes you'll see things on CCTV that may astound you, amaze you, enrage you, make you happy, make you dance, make you laugh, and make you sing. We understand that some of the programming that we have on our channels could be found to be offensive by some people. However, this is a First Amendment forum. We are not allowed to censor programming. And
Therefore, we have to put everything on that a Cambridge resident produces or brings to our doors.
The times that there are things that are going on that people are saying things that you don't agree with, those are the times when we're really testing the First Amendment here. And that is the reason I keep doing this show, because I know there are people out there who are watching who understand what's going on here. Great. Thanks for lightening things up a little bit. I know, it's getting kind of heavy, wasn't it?
Would you like to hear me start?
Would I like to hear you? Sure. Hi, you're on Be Live.
Yeah, hi. What do you think about changing the voting age to 5?
5? That's a great idea. Okay, well. Hi, you're on Be Live.
Yeah, I ordered my pizza like 75 minutes ago. What's going on?
What is going on? I don't know.
This is Sean. I was just kidding.
Well, I was wondering, I was like, I have gotten those calls quite seriously. Hi, you're on Be Live?
I'd like to be live.
I'm so glad. If you want to come and have your own show, come on down. I want to remind you that we have caller ID here. It's too late. I already know your phone number. All right, guys. Now, is this my typical audience? Because if it is, I'm glad. I want to talk to you people because I just want to make sure that you're watching CCTV and you're involved here. We'd love to see you here. No matter what your political viewpoints, no matter what you consider offensive, please come and get involved. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a lively conversation, and we'll see you next week. It's been good talking to you all, and take care of yourselves. Anyway, I'm losing my voice, so I have to get off. But thanks for your call, Sean, and I'll see you all next week.
It was such a joy to put that together, but oh my goodness, watched so many hours of Susan Fleischmann's television program just to be able to stitch that together for you tonight. The thing that really strikes me, though, is her ability that even when people are clearly calling in as like a prank phone call, she's able to dish it right back and understands that at its core, the important thing is that she's starting a conversation and that she's engaging her community. And I think it's just really commendable of her to be able to, maintain that dialogue. Susan, unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight. She's currently out of the country. But I was able to send her this video, and she found it hysterical. So I can proudly say I got the Susan Fleischmann stamp of approval. To keep on a serious note for a moment, I want to take a moment to acknowledge a certain CCTV member who recently passed away, Mary Leno. Mary Leno passed away at the end of last year. She was a longtime CCTV member since the very beginning in 1988, and she was part of a group called Cambridge Women in Cable. And we have some members of Cambridge Women in Cable here with us tonight. This was a group that met weekly and produced monthly segments for CCTV and their channels. And so tonight, as a way to remember Mary and to, keep her in our hearts, we're going to be showing a short segment that she produced as part of Cambridge Women in Cable. This is a segment about Cambridge graffiti.
Taking pictures of graffiti? How did you get interested?
Well, I had been on a vacation in Quebec in early 80s, probably 1981, 82, and I found Quebec City to be very militaristic. On the last day, Sunday afternoon, I saw a stencil army with the cross going, the X going through it, and without owning a camera, I knew that I wanted that to be my memory of that particular trip. And from there on, graffiti took a whole new meaning. And from borrowing cameras, which ended up never working right, to eventually using a borrowed camera, which I dropped, this camera I dropped and broke. And so I ended up owning it. But that, in that process, I moved into a 35 millimeter camera, so I was able to begin to really collect graffiti so that it didn't come out over and underexposed.
Did you ever catch anybody when they were doing the graffiti? You know, when you were out shooting?
Well, I would be taking a picture of something and a kid would come along and say, I did that, or my brother did that, or my sister did that. And so I would ask, you know, why, or do you know where there's more?
So Mary, we're going to get to see some of your slides?
Yeah, let's check them out.
Let's do that. Jenny did this in 81, came back, 83.
Then she was a big girl in 89.
And I think this is the same Jenny who broke up with Ronnie.
Yes. Now that is fantastic art, isn't it?
It's like subway graffiti.
Yeah. And they copyrighted it.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. That's great.
It is interesting how some of them really have an artistic feeling to them, and others are just
thrown up.
Yeah, there.
Backstreet Girls.
Fat Girl.
That's great. What a space.
Isn't that cruel? Isn't that cruel? I love my buddy. It's an interesting one. That's a good one.
What's those things in there? Oh, 88?
I think it's quotes, quotation marks.
Yeah,
88. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was some.
That's great. So that's
the
That's an
government
example.
twins.
useful billboards and advertisements.
Oh, that's great.
I'd like to think that a lot of this powerful stuff is done by women, and you don't know unless they leave the women symbol behind. So these are some slides from International Shadow Project, which commemorated the dropping of the bomb, the 40th anniversary of it, August 6th. People got whitewashed as a symbol of the outline of what happened when the bomb got dropped, when people were actually vaporized, and only their shadow was left in the sidewalk or on a wall.
That's
Now,
a nice one. It's a women's symbol. It's a.
Well, but I see 2 men in it, and in fact, I see 4 men now.
Yeah, that's right. That's interesting, yeah.
She's gonna greet you up there with a big can of spray paint, yeah, and a big blank wall. And I can guarantee, yeah, there ain't no cops around at all. Graffiti limbo, where do you go? Graffiti limbo, when there ain't no
I think what's particularly striking about this segment is how it's almost a time capsule around the public perception around graffiti. You know, I think as the years have gone on, it's become much more accepted as an art form, as a form of expression. But this is coming from a time where, you know, it was seen as vandalism, it was seen as something very ugly. So I think, you know, Mary recognizing kind of the beauty in it and the ability for people to express themselves creatively is truly ahead of its time. Yeah. Before we go on to the next video, I just want to take a moment to think of Mary and have a moment of silence. Thank you. This next video was very striking when I first saw it because it's a computer animated film, not something you see very often in a community media archive. The kind of entry point for computer animation back in the early 90s was very high. You needed to have a pretty advanced knowledge of software and animating principle to be able to pull something like this off. So when I saw this, it caught my attention instantly. Not only that, this whole segment has a real surrealist quality to it. The animator, someone by the name of Stephen J. Brooks, created multiple short animated segments as part of a larger series called Don't Have a Cow. So I'm here to show a few of those segments to you tonight. So please enjoy.
And now, Cheap Thoughts by Malice Rat Trap.
I always used to wonder about get well cards. Why were the pictures on the front so fuzzy? Then I got an appendicitis and was put in the hospital. When I came to, after the operation, everything was fuzzy, including the get well cards. I felt much better, seeing these cards as normal, until I tried to read one.
This is my job. I'm a blonde heavy metal bimbo babe. You often see my kind in beer commercials. Though my promise of sexual fulfillment provokes computer sales as well. In a suit, of course. My prowess is even felt in cereal advertising. Especially teenage cereal. I'm placed around objects like these for only one reason. Why? Why ask why? Look at how you buy. And now, Cheap Thoughts by Malice Rat Trap.
If God created the heavens and the earth, I wonder what the roach problem is like in heaven.
With their wisdom, the founding fathers of this nation decided that the first addition to the Constitution of this great land should be the protection of an individual's right to speak freely. This was done to protect the free exchange of ideas, with the foresight that ideas would be what would bring change and improvement to a fledgling nation. Now, 200 years later, free speech is still a cherished right in the United States of America, but the free exchange of ideas has, to a great extent, fallen by the wayside. 200 years ago, to have your ideas heard, sometimes you had to shout. Now, in an age of high technology, the ability to be heard has become a question of the depth of your pockets. The more you spend, the more people listen. The next time someone praises the First Amendment, the right to free speech, and then asks for your vote, ask yourself, how much did they pay to get me to listen? And now, Cheap Thoughts by Malice Rat Trap.
If there were no child labor laws, think of how great your resume would be by the time you were 25.
Striking, right? Strange. Yeah, I saw that for the first time, and it's just like imprinted into me. I always think of this, and it sticks with me, that blonde heavy metal bimbo babe. It haunts me. We were able to find recently another segment made by Stephen J. Brooks, but it was on an old U-matic tape, and the tape tension was so severe we couldn't capture it in a way without it being completely distorted. So unfortunately, we couldn't show it to you tonight, but it really goes to show all of this material is on physical tape. These tape is 20, 30, 40 years old. It's unavoidable in many cases, so it's important to be able to preserve them now. So that being said, this next video is going to be a music video. And it's not just any music video. It is the anthem of a generation. And I don't say that lightly. You know, CCTV is no stranger to musical acts. We've had bands perform in this space as part of our studio labs for students to be able to practice with our equipment. CCTV has long had a series called the Bandwidth Library, where we invited local acts to come and perform and be able to use their music as a non-copyrighted solution for member-produced films. And upcoming this July, CCTV will be hosting one of the Porch Fest locations. So, if you're around second weekend of July, come over to CCTV. We're gonna have some bands here. But this next video is powerful. Clearly, a lot of passion went into it, and I feel very moved when I see it. So, without further ado, I'm gonna introduce Bob Gibson's I'm Okay, You're Okay.
Way back when history began, when God made woman and made man and set them free.
Throughout an earthly paradise, all races, genders, living lives in harmony.
But soon the bad folks seized control. To them good folks must pay their toll simply to be. So big a pot, but they won't share. Poor people die, but they don't care. What can't they see? I'm okay, you're okay. Let's sing it out in song. Let's try to love each other, not do each other wrong. I've got a loving feeling, and this feeling's getting strong. I'm okay and you're okay, so let's just get along. Evil men have fought until they rule our lives. We do their will, then we obey.
The food and land God made for all, they claim to own alone. What's all and we must pay.
For the basic right just to exist, ain't it about the time we insist can't be this way? 'Cause the hatred, greed, and prejudice has turned this world into a mess. To them we say, I'm okay, you're okay. Let's sing it out in song. Let's try to love each other, not do each other wrong. I've got a loving feeling, and this feeling's getting strong. I'm okay and you're okay, so let's just get along. We can make our brothers, fathers, sisters, and our mothers try to understand.
By forgetting hate forever, we can change things for the better, joined as one big plan.
All loving one another, every gender, every color, walking hand in hand. A new age I'll find suitable, and Earth will be more beautiful than Disneyland. I'm okay, you're okay, let's sing it out in song. Try to love each other, not do each other wrong. I've got a loving feeling, and this feeling's getting strong. I'm okay and you're okay, so let's just get along. I'm okay, you're okay, let's sing it out in song. Let's try to love each other, not do each other wrong. I've got a loving feeling, and this feeling's getting strong. I'm okay and you're okay, so let's just get along. Sing it out in song. Let's just get along.
Are you not moved? That was CCTV's We Are the World right there. I feel like if more people saw this, most of the world's problems would be solved. That's my opinion. Yeah, I especially like that guy on the saxophone on the end with the sunglasses. He's not part of the band. Where did he come from? He just kind of showed up to do a saxophone solo right at the end. So kind of little button right at the very end. So we're fast approaching the end of our screening. This next video is the penultimate, the second to last video that we will be showing. I want to bring it back to CCTV for a moment. All of these have been CCTV, but CCTV orientations in particular. This next video is what if you were a Cambridge member in 1996 and you came in to Cambridge Community Television for the first time, and this was your first time ever coming in, they would sit you down and make you watch this video. It goes over the policies, it goes over the rental agreements, the production contracts, and may I say, is very well produced. So this is a CCTV original circa 1996. This is Wise Guys.
So I've been told by the higher-ups that you're the new kid.
That's me.
Not so loud. You never know who's watching. Let me wise you up to a few things first.
Oh, I'm ready to start shooting. When do I get my camera?
You want to get a camera? Sure you do. You got ideas. You want to make a show. But first, you got to know the rules. Because if you don't know the rules, you won't get anything from this joint. The rules keep the place moving in order. Keep the staff from going loco on us.
CCTV? No, we don't repair television sets. You'll have to, no, someone else will have to come to your home. You'll have to call a TV report. No, I'm sorry. Who is it?
Susan,
No.
when you get a chance, can you take a look
Sure,
at those
hold
tapes?
on. Yeah, okay. Well,
Susan,
yep.
the deck just
What is
blew
it?
up in cable cat.
I'll be right there.
So let's talk about the beginner classes. You got basic camcorder, beginner editing, studio production 101.
Oh, studio production. I can't wait for studio production. You know, I went to a studio once and they were doing the weather, and the weather girl, she was standing in front of a map of the United States. But it wasn't really a map of the United States. It was big blue walls.
Chroma key.
Oh, chroma key. I cannot wait to get my hands on that chroma key.
That's advanced. I didn't say advanced, did I?
Didn't you?
Let's roll that back, please. Let's talk about beginner classes. You've got your beginner edit, your basic camcorder. There, I said beginner. You're a beginner. Can't be advanced before you're beginner, can you?
Well, I guess you're right. I'm just so eager to get started.
Well, the first thing to do is sign up for classes. Let me tell you the times to call in. These are important, so write these down, you too. Monday through Thursday, 12 to 2. Sunday through Thursday, 6 to 7. Saturday, 12 to 1. These are the call-in times. Are you writing this down?
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
After you call to sign up for classes, make sure you're not late.
Why? What happens? Are you the ghost of CCTV Future? Why am I here? Wow, she should have been on time. But a girl's gotta eat, doesn't she? What happened? Am I late?
Have some coffee. I picked it up during the last cutaway. After your basic classes, you take a contract out to get certified.
I want to take a contract out on my grandma.
Your grandma?
I want to shoot my grandma.
Kid, no, you don't want to do that.
Oh, relax. She's an artist. Halt!
Oh. That's touching. Contract's in there. Just tell us how you're going to shoot her, what equipment you need, when you're going to finish, and after 3 business days, assuming everything's okay, they'll give you the go-ahead.
So, first I sign up for classes. Then after I take the beginner classes, I fill out a certification contract. After it's approved, then I can take out a camcorder and shoot my first video. I'm ready.
Before you go, there's something I have to show you. Sometimes people check out the equipment, and this is what they bring back. It breaks my heart. I don't want you to do this.
What a mess.
So before you check out your camera and shoot your grandma, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Just a little bit, baby, just a little bit. Just a little bit, mister, just a little bit. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take out T-C-T. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, little respect. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me. Woo! Little bit, little respect, just a little bit. I get tired, little bit, keep on trying, just a little bit. You're running out of food, little bit.
Alrighty. We're fast approaching the end. This is going to be our last video of this evening. I want to take a moment now to say, if you've liked some of the material that you've seen, we have a new dedicated time slot on our television channels. Channel 9, noon to 3 o'clock, Saturdays and Sundays, will be playing all archival content. So if you're a cable subscriber, you can watch us on television, or you can go to our website, cctvcambridge.org, and you can watch our web streams. That's Channel 9 from noon to 3, Saturdays and Sundays. So for our last video of the evening, it felt only fitting to bring it all the way back to the present day. You know, it's been nice to take a little step back in time, but truly the thing that makes up Cambridge Community Television is our community. And it felt only right to be able to highlight some of the long-term producers that have been coming here to produce their shows some for over 20 years. And for this last segment, I just want to say we have these producers here in the audience with us tonight, so I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you, everyone. So please enjoy our final video. This is just a highlight of some of the current programming you can catch on Cambridge Community Television. Thank you.
My name is Stephen Helfer, and the title of my show is The Smoking Section with Stephen Helfer.
My name is Barbara Knoll, and the name of my show is Happiness in the City.
My name is Richard Scheingold, and you never would have guessed this, but my name of my show is Richard's Variety Show.
Clyde G. Hicks. Scope by Clyde Hicks is the name of my show, is the title of my show. It's been many other titles in the past.
It is an alternative view about tobacco. To a large extent, deconstructs the perception that tobacco is harmful.
The main takeaway is that happiness is very important in the life of any city. When people have joy and hope that comes with this, they tend to look at each other and at the world in a happy way.
I go to an open mic on Wednesday nights and ask people if they want to come and get some exposure. So they come down and we talk and they play and we talk and they play, and it's gotten pretty popular. Most people that are there have either done it or want to do it.
It was Sports Talk with Clyde, and that was, I don't know how many years ago, I can't think. I think I've been here close to 30 years. And then I went to Scope by Clyde Hicks as the years went on, just to broaden my perspective so I could talk about other topics, not just sports.
I've been doing my show since 2006. We had training. There was a class about how to start a show on CCTV, and I took the class. And then I got an idea during the class that I can make it. I can actually develop a show.
I would say, because I don't know exactly, I would say 6 years. I did not have show before this one, but occasionally I would be on somebody else's show.
I guess I knew two people who had shows. I thought CCTV would be a place where I could spread the word. This is about, I would say, roughly 20 years ago, at least. I think it's more than 20.
I first heard about it from a woman, and then I checked it out. I said, let me see what is happening here. And I got here, and there were computers here, and people were very friendly. And I thought, wow, this is awesome.
Well, to be honest, my therapist. So we were trying to get me to work at something I really enjoy doing. And he said, hey, I know where there's a TV station in Central Square. Or back then it was on Prospect Street. And so I went down and found out what it was about, and they put me on my own show.
I wanted to get involved because I always wanted to do sports talk. I didn't go to college for communications. CCTV was my college. CCTV was my introduction. I went to an orientation, watched Edwin perform on the screen, and then talk afterwards, and I got so inspired. And then I came in like a week later. Susan stuck me in a little studio on Prospect Street, and she says, Clyde, go for it. And I went for it, and boom, it was all rest history.
I like the fact that people can come here and feel comfortable and feel like they have freedom to develop.
Community media matters to me because it's been a stepping stone for me. Just first coming to classes and then appearing on people's show and then having my own show. It does a lot for my self-esteem.
Community media matters to me because the relationships I've developed through community television and just engaging with people and going through the community, it's enriching. That's all I can say. I mean, this has been such an experience. I'll always be part of this, and this will always be a special part of my life.
CCTV is important to me because it allowed me to develop my connection with communities through television.
CCTV is important to me because it's a place that when I'm not on the show, I can talk to other people. I like to make people laugh. I can't give you any money, I can't give you a new car, but I can make you laugh.
CCTV changed my life because they allowed me to become a member of the greatest community in the world and the greatest treasure in the city of Cambridge. It's been quite an education for me, and where I'm at now is because of one place, the pyramid, called Cambridge Community Television. I appreciate you. Much love.
And that's our show. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Just some of the wonderful gems that we found. There's so many more things to show you, but unfortunately we only have 1 hour. So watch it on our channel Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 3 o'clock, and have a great night. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone.